Hey guys, it's Bubbly. Welcome back to the channel. You guys know I'm always so excited when you take out a few minutes to stop in and hang out with me. We always have a great time. So if you are brand new, if you're just finding the channel, welcome. So happy you found us here in the Bubble Fam. Come on in, get comfortable, grab a seat. Let's chat a little bit. Let's talk about this collab that I have done with Majestic Simmer. So you guys, Majestic Simmer and I have been talking about doing a collab for quite a bit of time, and we've finally made it to completion and got it done. So I know for me personally, I am so terrible at coming up with original ideas when it comes to collabs. I don't know what it is when it's time to collab with someone. My mind just kind of goes blank and I'm like, I have no idea what to do. So we were tossing around some ideas for a while, and then she hit me up about a week ago and she's like, hey, I got an idea. I made some families for the new Get Famous expansion pack. How about we collab something with these families that I've made? So she sent me over a couple of backstories for some families that she created, which were super good, and I picked one and then I created their home. So the family that I chose is kind of a sad story, but who knows, it might have a happy ending. We don't know yet. But this family is a father and a daughter. Their names are Miles and Francis Doyle, and Miles is a screenwriter. He was married. His wife had some crazy ice skating accident. My mind is like, when I read that, I was like, wow, what happened? What kind of accident could you have ice skating that would just completely end it all for you? But unfortunately, his wife had an accident when ice skating, and Miles was left with Francis on his own. He was heartbroken. It was really hard for him to recover from that. I think he lost his job and they end up having to move. And now I think Francis is a teenager and they're just trying to make it. So she's trying to help her dad out and trying to make it. She's kind of taking care of him. I got the impression that she's kind of stepped into the role of being the responsible person because Miles is just struggling. So that is the family that I created this apartment for. So this apartment was built in 20 Culpepper House. It's one of my favorite apartments, actually. It's super cute. It's pretty roomy. You could probably get a good 3, maybe 4 bedrooms into this apartment. It's not huge, but it is definitely a good size. But for this particular build, there are only 2 bedrooms in this apartment. I had a lot of fun creating this. So I did use some items from the Get Famous pack. I didn't use a ton of items from the pack, but I did kind of dabble in and pull out some of those build and buy items for this build. Now I still have not had time to really sit down and dig into the Get Famous pack, which I am so upset about, because I cannot wait to have enough time to just sit down and really play the game and check out all of the new items that are available, the new careers. I'm so excited about seeing those movie sets, you guys. They look pretty awesome. So I'm really looking forward to having some time to do that. I think I'll probably get some time later on this week or this weekend. Fingers crossed. So, but I did use some of the items from that pack in this build, like especially, I think the living room probably has the most items. I believe the love seats in there, the coffee table, the side tables, and I think there's like a table that's underneath the television, all came from Get Famous. So from what I have seen from the items in that pack, everything in there is so like nice. Like I can't wait. I want to do like a base game plus Get Famous build, and I can't decide if I want to do like a mansion or a mini mansion. that's kind of over the top and decadent, for a sim that's like reached the pinnacle of their career and they're super famous and wealthy, or if I want to create something that is more of a starter for a sim who is trying to get famous and wants to, you know, get their name out there and get wealthy. Oops, I just hit the mic, sorry. Who was trying to get their name out there and become wealthy and all of that. So I haven't decided, but I have seen quite a few people who are doing builds. They're doing mid-century modern builds with the items from this pack. And I did get a mid-century modern vibe from the items in the pack. Not so much the items that are geared towards the sims that are wealthy, but maybe closer to the starter homes for the sims that are just starting out. Definitely giving off a strong mid-century modern vibe, and that is one of my favorite styles. I don't know what it is about mid-century modern, but I really like it. I like it a lot. And it's weird because I don't build them. I don't really build those. I usually build homes that are more traditional. And so I'm not really sure why that is. I don't know. I really should maybe start like a mid-century modern series or something. I don't know. I love that style of build. I gravitate toward it. So maybe that's what I'll do for the base game plus get famous. I used to do a whole base game plus series on my channel, and I haven't done that for a while. So it'd be a good way to kind of bring that back and revive it. That was like the first series that I started when I started my channel. But anyway, if you guys would be interested in seeing a base game plus get famous, comment down below and let me know. Or if there's other packs that you guys are interested in seeing that are just base game plus a pack, let me know which ones you guys would like to see on the channel and maybe what type of builds you'd like to see, because I could definitely do that for you guys. I do have some builds already that are on the gallery that are base game plus. I also have a playlist of all of the builds that I've already done. I'll go ahead and link that at the end if you guys want to check that out and see what packs I've already used for that series, and then maybe it's something that you would like to grab, or you know, it'll give you an idea of what you might like to see coming up in that series. So anyway, you guys, I really love how this apartment turned out. I thought it was pretty cute, and I feel like I've said this to you guys before, that I tend to have a more girly style of building, and it is absolutely not intentional, but it just kind of happens. I'm probably because pink and purples are like my favorite colors, so I kind of tend to gravitate to those when I'm building. I love pinks, grays, purples, and white are my favorite colors to use. So you know, those using those colors only can lead your build to be on the girly side. And not to say that men can't enjoy those colors too, because I love a man that loves some pastels. But I was trying to, actually really wasn't even trying to not do that with this build. It just kind of happened. So I used some brown tones, the wood, oh my god, the flooring that came with the Get Famous pack. I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. And I thought that I was not gonna find a flooring that I liked more than the Jungle Adventures flooring, wood flooring, because that is one of my favorites. But I will tell you, I think the Get Famous wood flooring is giving Jungle Adventures a run for its money, because as soon as I placed it, I was like, ah, I absolutely love this floor. So I didn't make it into this build, but I used some of those warmer, actually they're the cooler brown beige tones, and then I used a lot of blues. I like blue too. Usually I lean towards a teal, but I used a lot of more deeper, richer blue colors in this build, which I was actually loving. Like that rug that I put in the living room, it's not a new rug. This rug has been in the game forever. I'm not sure what pack it came with, but I absolutely love it. But I've never used it in this color swatch before, and I just kind of fell in love like all over again with this rug in this particular color, which I've never used. So I did notice that they have some cool items associated with the Get Famous pack, and I'm thinking they're for maybe geared towards like the sets. I'm not 100% sure, but there was a clothing rack that came with the pack, and I was super excited because I like making closets in my builds, even though they're not functional. Your Sims can't really use them, and it's kind of wasted space, I know, but for realism's sake, I like to have closets in a build. So when I do put them in, I make my own like shelving and use it's like a jacket rack that comes, I don't know if that's base game or not. Anyway, I usually use those, mix up the colors to make it look like there's clothes that are hanging in the closet. You guys get what I'm saying. So I saw a clothing rack that was in the build by items, and I was like, ooh, I'm excited. I can't wait to see this. This will be cool to be able to line into a closet. It's gonna look really neat. And then when I placed it, I was like, oh, it is cool, but it's like all the clothes are in like dry cleaner bags. Like, who even does that anymore? I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't. Who knows? But I was kind of disappointed that they were kind of wrapped up. The items were wrapped up in like a dry cleaner bag, so you really couldn't see the clothes that were on the rack. So it was a bit of a disappointment, but it was still cool to have something like that to utilize to kind of mix it up and have your closet not look so repetitive, because it can get repetitive, you know, if you're using the same stuff over and over again. So anyway, in this apartment, I did build there's technically 2 bedrooms, but there is an additional room that is like an office or a writing room that is for Miles, because I imagine that he's trying to get back into the game. He's trying to get back to writing and kind of get himself to a better place. I'd imagine that he's feeling kind of sad that he's not taking care of his daughter to the best of his ability, just because he's been so sad and heartbroken, and that she's really kind of shouldered some of the burden of taking care of the family. So I imagine at this point he's trying to like get back on the horse, trying to get back to writing and maybe get back on Plum Bob Studios' lot as a screenwriter for a new upcoming show or something. So there is an office space that is large enough that you could make it into a 3rd bedroom if you needed a 3rd bedroom. So that space, I kind of carved out part of that room to make a laundry room right at the front of the apartment by the front door, but you could take that out if you don't want to deal with laundry. I know some people do not like to do laundry in The Sims. I've had people say, why would you want to do laundry in The Sims? And I don't know why, but I love doing laundry in The Sims. I absolutely love it. I hate doing it in real life, but I'll do laundry all day, every day in The Sims. But if you needed a 3rd bedroom, you could definitely bump that wall back out, remove that little laundry area, and then you'd have a pretty large 3rd bedroom for this apartment. So you guys, I really hope you guys like this build. I will have the download link in the description below, as always, in my builds if you want to grab them for your game. The link for the download is always in the description below, so you could have this in your game right now if you so choose. I am also Bubblyzen on the gallery if you want to follow me there. I'd be happy to have you. Welcome aboard. I do builds. I try to do at least one a week. Things have kind of slowed down lately just because I've gotten a bit busy in real life, but I'm hoping to kind of pick that back up and get back up to pace with LPs and builds. But you guys, I have some exciting things that are coming to the channel that I really can't wait to share with you. I'm working on putting a machinima together for my current household, which I'm going to roll into an LP for Get Famous. So that is coming up to the channel. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are watching out for that update. I also am doing Rags to Riches, And I'm also doing Not So Berry. I'm doing the ABC Baby Challenge, but I'm thinking that's gonna be on hiatus for now because it's gonna be a bit much for me to take on this new LP and machinima and do all 3 of those other challenges at the same time. But I will definitely give you guys an update on all of that once I get figured out what's not going to be returning right now to the channel. One's gotta go, but it'll only be temporary until, you know, things kind of slow down a bit and I have a bit more time. So you guys, screenshots are about to come up, so do not forget to head over to Majestic Simmers channel to check out her half of this collab. She created a beautiful family for this home. They are also on the gallery if you want to grab them. I believe she's Majestic Simmer 22 on the gallery if you want to give her a follow and download this family for your game. They're absolutely adorable. Miles is adorable. I fell in love with him as soon as I saw him. But make sure you guys head over, check out her part of the collab where she does the create a sim for the family. And as always, guys, I'm so super excited that you joined me here today. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, there's also a giveaway open and running right now, so make sure you guys look for that video for the rules to get entered in that. And as always, guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.